Hello. I'm gonna play Getting Over with Benefati because I haven't uploaded anything in like 4 days. I wanna, you know, sorry for the cough, keep things a little bit more consistent. Now, I am gonna talk about this game a little bit because I played this game for the first time around a couple of months after it came out.
There's no feeling more intense
Um,
than starting over.
about that, we're gonna turn you down a little bit. This is gonna be more me talking than him talking. Um, so when I first played Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, Um, I had seen like maybe Markiplier play it, maybe PewDiePie or something, and I was like, "Damn, that game looks fun." And I had a friend who talked about how he got it, and he really enjoyed it. And I ended up beating it about once, maybe twice, and got decent at it, but I wasn't great, and I didn't really have any urge to play it anymore. But the first time I had beaten it, you know what, as well, I'll turn that down actually. Um, about the first time that I actually beat the game, I was listening to Mouth Sounds and Mouth Moods by Neil Cicerega. And maybe nobody else will feel this, but I kind of feel like Bennett Foddy and Neil Cicerega are a little bit similar. Mr. Lemon Demon himself. Um, and I'm not like crazy speedrun good at this game, but I feel like I can sometimes beat it in about, I don't know how I did that, 5 or 10 minutes, depending when I don't fuck it up. Um, but I got really into the game, ended up getting the golden pot and beat it about 50 times or so. I mean, I beat it like once a day, um, to catch up with it. When my buddy uh, um, mentioned it, and then I also started watching Ludwig uh, around time, and he had, you know, it was like a video where he played through Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but I watched him play through a lot of it, and then the God Gamer Gauntlet happened, and there was more stuff. I wish I could express more than just the feeling I had watching it, but it really sparked something in me that was like, I gotta play that. I gotta, I'm enjoying watching him play the game. I just want to experience the same thing that he's doing. He's having such a funny time with it. I ended up really enjoying his Jump King video, and specifically, I have a very it's kind of similar to the fan songs that like Infumi and people are making for him right now, with his Minecraft, like MCSR, Trip to Gold. Um, but to me, I never got mad at Getting Over with Bennett Foddy. I always felt like it was my fault whenever I'd fall. Because I felt like after playing the game a while, the controls ended up feeling very familiar. Ended up, I don't know, sticking with me. Like I can recreate something over and over again. I was able to get used to it. And Markiplier, if you've seen his video, he does not feel the same way in the slightest. Markiplier fucking hates this game, and he's screaming, rage and shit. But obviously, also part of the game is for that to happen. Like it was like a YouTube rage game. You kind of overreacted. You wouldn't sit and chill and be calm and play the game silently, and then like be like, God damn, that was annoying. You'd scream and you'd yell and stuff. But I think I spent the only time that I was actually like super angry was here actually, Orange Hell. I spent hours at Orange Hell, climbing, getting back up to it, never being able to really get there. I don't know what was up. I just couldn't, and it was driving me insane. Um, I mean, even now I'm not doing the greatest job, but you know, I've done worse jobs, and I've taken longer to do things. And hey, if I'm if I'm missing this speed run tactic or falling and taking a little bit longer, that's just more time for me to talk about what the game meant to me. And it meant a lot. It has a lot of memory to me playing it, and then the time that I spent speedrunning it. I had a friend who was impressed with me playing it, and they were fun to talk to. I don't talk to a lot of the people I used to when I played this game. Besides when I started really playing like once a day or stuff, I did that in call with some friends. Not gonna lie, I almost want to restart the video just because I feel like I am kind of going nowhere with what I'm saying, and I want the video to be bare minimum interesting. Especially because I keep falling. I'm not exactly doing amazing, but I used to not be a very patient person. I used to be a very angry person, and this was one of the first times playing through a game where I felt not hatred and vitriol and screaming anger, but I was able to fall, and I was able to just go, oh, okay, and then keep playing. And that meant a lot to me, and it still means a lot to now. This game has a lot of significance to me. It's one of the, I think, the first games I wrote an actual Steam review for. Later, I might go through my Steam reviews and show them. I started doing Steam reviews for games when I was obviously still a teenager, so I thought I was being funny as hell. And I made a lot of my Steam reviews one word. So for like Siege, it was headshot. It was like one word reviews, and I thought it was funny as hell. I thought I was the funniest, most original person in the world. And I wasn't. I really wasn't. But I just kept it a tradition. And now I do it even if it's cringe, just because it's something that I did and something that I do. It's a thing now for me. And there's probably some people who do stuff like that. That it's just you don't necessarily know why you do it, but you do, and you probably won't change. And I think that's okay. Obviously, I could go over and over again about what Bennett Foddy talks about in his game, about, reusing things and B games and how everything is culture and stuff. And how he couldn't help himself make the game easier because it felt like he was cheating. I don't think I need to. I think a lot of people have probably heard the Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy monologue. I don't necessarily need a re-go over of it. I don't know, a re-coverage. But probably worded this a lot better in my Steam review. I felt like I was accomplishing something. I felt like I was doing something during a time where I felt like I couldn't do anything. That's kind of sad to say over Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, the game where you're Diogenes in a pot, climbing a mountain with a hammer, based off of a B game from however many years ago. Fucking sexy hiking. I don't know. No, I actually don't think I've ever really taken a sink. I definitely have before. I don't ever really want to. I wasn't the person, besides my first playthrough, where Bennett Foddy tells you, I put this snake in for you, because if we're the same, you'll take it. I'm not the same as him. I'm definitely not. But I am the type of person who can appreciate this game. And, maybe I'll play through Baby Steps, because that's a new game that came out relatively recently that he made, that, I don't know, I guess I could just play. Maybe I'll play through Pogo Stuck, like Ludwig has, if I can go through some Rage games. Definitely, probably, bare minimum, play through Jump King. Because I've only ever played through the first 3 or 4 screens of Jump King and never gotten further. I've never gotten up there, by the way. Just now where I landed on that, I thought it was impossible. I've only ever gotten up here. Because you're supposed to launch yourself up to this. I know there's secret holds where the hammer sticks in, but I've always just brute forced peeled my way up. If this is part of the thing where he's saying, are you Diogenes? Are you the hammer itself? I always turned on the little cursor so you can see where the edge of your hammer is. That's what I think I am. I'm this little white ball. That's who I am in this game. I'm not the hammer. I'm not Diogenes. I'm not the pot. I'm not the shaft. He says I'm the will potential, or I could be the will of the need to get up. But I don't know. I don't think that's me. Whenever he says I'm glad you came, he normally like whispers right in directly into your fucking ear, like a really creepy way. And I hated it, and I still hate it. But you know, it's part of the journey, part of the way up. And this is taking me maybe some of the longest it's ever taken me to get up this this fucking tower, and this mountain in general. Oh, let's go up there. I'm a little rusty now, and also whenever I got my new computer, the gold pot didn't save. I don't know what happened there, so I might have to actually replay through the game 43 more odd times to get the golden pot. Or maybe 47. I think I've only beaten it a few times now. Bring me to that asteroid moon, please, so I can yeet myself upward. Na, 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 na. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Purple magic lightning. No, not high enough. Oh, well, I'm making a fool of myself. That way. There we go. The end. Now I can't show you this. And that's back to the title screen. Let me pull up my Steam real quick. It'll be here. Here it is. Yeah, so like Corner Pond, I gave an actual review just as a fun little game to play. Destiny 2 Lightfall, that sucks. Bugsnax, Bunger, I love Bugsnax. 100 Frogs, Frog, Hollow Knight, Bug, Undertale, Soul, Omori. I fucking love Omori. It's one of my favorite games. It's not the best game, but I just love it. River Styx, Gun, Frying Pan, Headshot, Block. Okay. You know, personally, I really liked Bennett's narration in this game. Even if it got old fast, my first time through was pretty special. When I finally got over it, I felt a very unique, special feeling. When I actually got over it after falling from Orange Hell like 50 times, I felt so unbelievably nice to know I was done. I hadn't had to touch it again. And here I am, 6 years and 108 days later, still playing it. A feeling I had and didn't like that sat with me for the first few hours of the game is realizing it wasn't the game's fault I was failing, like I was led to believe, based on how bullshit it looked in videos and how adamant people were blaming the controls. It had to be the game's fault, right? But to tell you the truth, it's actually pretty damn consistent. I find myself coming back quite often, slowly chipping away to the gold pot. Maybe I'll get it one day. Then I scratched it, and hey, look, I did it. I still to this day recommend it to friends and anyone reading this review. It might actually be a bit more calming than you're led to believe. The game is relatively short, although it can get repetitive. The feeling of accomplishment that comes with the game is beaten is just something you gotta feel. That's also it does run well on any computer. Now, I don't think this is actually all that good of a review. I would change a lot about this. I just kept saying a feeling I had, a feeling this, a feeling blah blah blah. That I didn't really get much from that now that I've played through it, but I just like it. I just do. It's good. It's a good game. All right. That's my video. Have a good afternoon, have a good morning, or have a good night. See ya.